to Wrestling Gab. It is Wednesday. That means it's time for whatever this match is. Wednesday Night Dynamite, by the way. That's silly time, Travis.
Hello.
I didn't say that already.
Oh,
Freshly squeezed.
It's an 8-man tag team match. The opening match of the night.
Bandito, Orange Cass.
Orange Cassidy and the Bandito guy.
And then is he going to be with Trent and Chuck? Rob? I'll just write it down.
8-man tag team match. Does that mean like
Chuck.
4 on 4, 6, 8, or
no,
4 on 4?
4 on 4.
Oh.
That'd be like a tornado or...
Oh. Walter's in the chat, though. Hey, Walter. Good to see you tonight. Chris is with us. Lady Kinsey out there. Piccolo is with us as well. Hey, everybody. How's your Wednesday?
Wait, are they putting Adam Cole and fucking douchebag with them?
Probably. Walter said, hey, Travis and Daphne. AEW tonight, Taz and Tony and Excalibur commentary.
It is.
He didn't win some bingo, but Sunday he won $5. Nice, Walter. Chris said, hey, Travis and D. And Lady Kinsey's like, hey. And Pico's like, yo, it's clobbering time. This goof wearing glasses. Both of them are. The Bandito guy is too, so.
Yeah.
There's that. Walter wants the Kassidy team for the win.
Oh, yeah. Now they're starting to nickname him the Backbreaker. I want to see him put somebody of size in the Backbreaker.
I want him to put Brian
Anybody.
Cage in it. Hobbs.
I want to see him put
Wardlow.
literally anybody that's over 200 pounds in it.
I want him to do it.
It's Adam Cole, baby.
With his 5'2"ness.
Adam Cole's bigger than he is. Jesus Christ.
He's like a midget. In a nice way.
Adam Cole surrounded himself with those guys. Do you remember that group he was in
Unfortunately,
NXT?
people yak about it on here all the time.
They put him to get, like, Adam Cole, like, just wants to hang out with people that are smaller than him.
The
So he looks like the
Undisputed
alpha
Era.
male. That's weird. That's some weird shit.
It
I've
is weird.
never in my life hung out with guys that are smaller than me. Trying to think, like, maybe Jordan Moser was my one smaller friend.
He didn't want to be known as the large alpha male. You were the alpha male, but you were the small one. So they what would you call it?
What's a book? Hey, George. Hey, George.
No, not that. They, people who met your group of people didn't take you as a threat. They underestimated
There you go.
you
Whatever you want to say.
because of your size, thinking that...
Right. Never once did we actually think that way either, right? Like, it wasn't like, hey, I'm going to go out and fight all the time. It was more along the lines of girls. Hey, we're going to the bar. You go that way, I'll go this way. I'll meet you at the table in about 30 minutes. Not shit, and walk in the door and go separate ways.
Oh, let's see. Daz is in the chat, though. Hey, Daz, good to see you. Says, what happens in the Trip Battle Royal? I don't know. What happened? I don't know.
I don't know what you're saying.
What happens in the Trip Battle Royal?
Is Triple H, and is this like a real thing, or is this like a slang thing?
I don't know. Daz, tell us what you mean. Pickle says, congrats to 35,000 tickets sold to the Wembley pre-sales.
How many?
35,000.
It's up over 40 now, but yeah, I think it's 43,000 now.
Well, good for them, making sure they're
That's
getting
before it's
people.
went on general sale. So
pre-sale, yeah, that's what he said. Walter says, good matches coming up, no spoilers.
Oh, Jericho's wearing it. That shirt has literally been on the new, like, Fox, CNN.
Her black eye?
Yeah, promoting domestic violence. It's like there's this huge backlash. That's so funny that Jericho's wearing it.
Oh my
Obviously,
God, which is even more funny because her black eye was caused from another girl.
Yeah. It just looks like a domestic violence shirt. That's what they're saying. It doesn't look like a wrestling shirt. Just a woman that's beat up.
That's funny.
Now that I've betrayed
They should sell more of those.
everyone I've ever loved and pushed them all away. Did you see Adam Cole? He's all glowing.
With anger.
See it?
Oh, because of the black
teeth
light.
in his eyes, yeah.
He dares him. He's daring him.
I triple dog dare you!
I triple dog dare you with infinity times 12.
Yeah. Jericho's leaving. He's like, I don't come to people.
Pico says, yeah, that's highly doubtful. The teeny cast of characters will be put over in All Friends Wrestling. Yeah. The teeny tiny characters. Yeah, I don't think JS is going to win this, do you? No. Adam Cole's little group of weirdos can't
Not
lose.
a chance. Who would they beat? Bandito? He's the weak link. Well, strong, but obviously he's new. He's not going to lose.
John Sparklin's in the chat. It says, what's up, gang? Not much. John, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, just would
Ring
love
the
to just
fucking
go off
bell.
for about 10 minutes on AEW and their athletes. But
They're
I'm not going to.
athletes. Dad says, what's about elimination, I mean?
Are we talking about like Elimination Chamber, maybe? I don't know. Is there a Battle Royal coming up I don't know about? Is this the same guy?
Yes, it's Daz asking. I'm not sure what.
Daz, what are we talking about?
Are you talking
like,
about
clarify
Dynamite?
It
Are you talking about
my
WWE?
My 12-year-old mind. There it is. Now we know. There is a Battle Royal tonight. Now we know.
Tres de Mayo. Thank you, Daz. Yes, they just advertised it at the very bottom, so now we know what's happening. I don't look at what the matches will be, so I have no idea. So when you said it, I'm like, what is that happening tonight?
You know, I used to get on and do that, like, and see who was going to wrestle and all that. I haven't done it in months now. Even for SmackDown or Raw. What happened is I stopped watching YouTube. I don't watch YouTube anymore.
Ah.
And YouTube, that's where I had all my news stuff.
True.
And now it's like I'm either on Twitter or Talk.
Piggle's like, so Jericho is not even part of the 8-man? No, he's not.
No.
He wore that cool shirt and then left.
By the way, so if you want that shirt, order it. If you can even find it now. I would assume they made enough.
Walter's like, Chris, don't wear a Britt Baker t-shirt.
Right.
I'm gonna get one.
Better
and wear it.
Better get on it.
I'm gonna promote wrestling violence.
Right. Did you see that video I posted of Asuka on TikTok where she's just getting her ass beat up?
You showed me the video.
If you guys haven't seen that, go check out my TikTok. There is literally a video of Asuka just getting beat up by a wrestler. It's that guy that has the weird squares shaved in his head.
Oh, okay.
We've seen him on AEW. I can't remember his name, but he's the older guy. He had the smack contest.
Uh-huh.
He smacks the shit out of her for like, it's like a 2.5-minute video, I think. He smacks her for like 2 minutes and 35 seconds, and then pile drives her and pins her. Like, what the? It's like, hey, we're going to do a realistic women versus man match. Smack, 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 smack. Pile driver, 1, 2, 3. Like,
well, we knew she wasn't going to win, so.
What the fuck? I mean, she had tag partners. They didn't do anything.
They're like,
well, it was women. They're like, I'm good. He was smacking her hard, too. And he would stand up and kick her in the head. I'm like, there was one fan. It's funny at the end. There's one fan. He's like, nobody, like, everybody else is like, fuck did I just witness? And this is in Japan, too. And I don't know if they're not allowed to clap, but he's like, that's the ovation he got for winning, was one guy going. As the doctor jumps in the ring and he's like making sure Asuka's alive.
Well,
or Katana
she
would have been her name at the time.
Well, we know she, did, so it's fine.
How many people waiting to see Chris Jericho in London? At least 43,000 right now.
At least. Pico says, funny, I heard all the controversy of it all. AEW is some dumbass marketing pushing the shirt.
Oh, yeah. It blew Twitter up. People are like, I can't believe people are wearing that shirt. It's like, oh, yeah?
I'm going to get one now.
It's like, delete the antagonist. Like, what?
What are you talking about?
People are upset.
Well, good. They should be. Not. Like, goddamn people.
There's this country
Get over yourself.
country music singer. He was in I can't remember the name of the group. Big and Rich. But it's right when I stopped listening to 90s country. It was at the Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy.
Okay.
I'm sure you've heard that song. It was super famous. Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Right.
Anyways, that guy, the smaller guy, he has a bar. He's very successful, but he has like a chain of bars. But he has his bar in like Tennessee or whatever. He called Bud Light and told them to come pick up all their beer.
Yeah.
Just Bud Light. And they brought him on the national news, and they're like, why would you take Bud Light off your shelf? Seriously. Like, it wasn't even... He's like, hold on. He's like, I took Bud Light off the shelves because no one was buying it. He's like, it has nothing to do with politics or anything on my end.
He had
he's
cases upon cases.
He's like,
of
there was
it.
1,200 cases because it's the most popular beer in my bar, and not one person bought it for like a week. He's like, I had to tell him to come get it. He's like, don't make it more than it is. It's pretty funny, though. It's just, it shows you, like, how fast everybody is. It's like, oh, cancel. And it's like, okay, guys. Like, everybody does it, though. And it's fast. It's like, as fast as I can, I'm going to cancel this. Now it's Britt Baker. She's canceled. Why is he counting?
Because he thinks he's holding up for a really long time, except for the guys helping him.
It looks like a hernia just waiting to happen. Man, Menard! Oh, he's got it.
He's like, here, let me grab your junk.
That's how
He didn't grab his thigh like the other guy did. He grabbed his junk.
Just grab whatever you can.
He's just like, and this is what we're grabbing.
You see it in the mixed gender matches quite a bit. You're like, huh. I don't think they're supposed to do that. Like the girls just grabbing things because that's all there is. Because the dudes wear tights.
Yep.
So there's nothing to grab except for in the swimming suit area, right? For the women.
No square.
Right. Like, oh shit. Well, some guys wear pants or whatever. It's easy. You grab something. But a lot of those guys, especially back in the day, they didn't wear anything but the trunks. That's what they called them. Orange Cassidy wears his tight pants. All right. Well, anyways, we do have this tag team match. It's an 8-man tag team match with the JAS versus Adam Cole, his buddy, and Orange Cassidy and Dorado. Oh, Bandito. Got it.
Yeah, that guy.
I get my B's and D's mixed up sometimes. And it's capitalized, so it makes even less sense.
Harley's in the chat. Hey, Harley says hello, everybody. Hey, P. Cole said, did you know there was a scuffle between Jericho and Sebastian Bach from Skid Row? I believe Bach called him out for not being a real rocker, and Y2J took offense.
Yeah, that's the dude you don't want to fight if you're Sebastian. That dude's...
Jericho, he will fuck you up.
Yeah, he'll beat you to...
Like, he will beat you. He'll beat you up for real. Like, he won't just do wrestling moves on your ass. He will punch you and knock you out.
And by the way, that Sebastian dude is my favorite artist. Like, I talk about him all the time.
That's funny. Walter says, I find Chris Jericho $20,000 for a t-shirt. Why, Walter? I think it's a great t-shirt. You should wear it all the time. Pickle's like, man, YouTube wrestling media feeds me all the hogwash, rumors, and innuendo. Walter says, yes, fight. And John Sparklin's in the chat says, sounds like an album, Cola. Chris says, let's go, Daddy Magic Ass. A little thought on DMD Black Eye t-shirt. I love it. I want one.
Get on your phone.
Devin Rice says, does anyone know what happened to Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish?
O'Reilly had surgery on his neck. He had to get a neck fusion. Fish is not in wrestling that I'm aware of unless he's in Impact. He did some shows in Japan, but he was doing celebrity boxing. I watched him on the last Misfits. They're fighting again on the 13th. I don't know if he's on that card. So he's been doing celebrity boxing. And that's it. That's the two he asked for, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. That's it.
Pico says Garcia's looking at a mirror of himself in 20 years. Robbie says, what up? Chris says, so fucked up. Yesterday on a wrestling podcast, they said they wish they gave DMD a black eye and white Christmas on her face on t-shirt, and no, surprisingly, it wasn't me. Okay. Walter says, go Cole and Kassidy and rest of team get this win. Pico says, literally no one knows who is on the t-shirt. Exactly. Like, they don't even know who she is, the people that are having their major complaints about it.
A successful woman.
A
Outside of
successful
wrestling.
woman
Outside of wrestling.
who is a dentist, who has a wrestling career, and got a black eye from a wrestling bout that she had for All Elite Wrestling, which is on TV. Not one of those fuckers who say anything about it and know who the fuck she is, except for, it's a billboard for domestic violence. Is it, though? Is it? What if it's a billboard for UFC? What if it's a billboard for boxing? What if it... You don't know.
They're saying that she's too pretty, probably, maybe.
Oh, my
to fight.
Lord. Fuck off.
Right. That would be my guess.
She's too pretty. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about these people that supposedly keep telling me how pretty Ronda Rousey is.
Ronda
okay. How about
Rousey
the blonde girl in
pretty.
boxing who wears her lingerie running around in front of what's-his-face? Yeah, she's too pretty, too.
She brought sunglasses for him and handed them to him, and he's like, I can't look at your butt or your boobs. Her name's Bridget.
Something like that.
Something.
John says,
Bridgers.
Bloody Judas on my mind, chip, chip, Cheerio. Robbie says, yeah, don't eat the horse, LOL. Walter says, it's Britt Baker, Picola. Picola knows that, Walter.
We know who it is.
It's other people don't know who it is. The people who are making the complaint about it being offensive have no fucking clue who it is or what it's about. And if they'd educate themselves, then they can't be offended anymore. That's how it is.
Yeah, but people don't like to say they were wrong.
Basically, if anybody said, I'd be like, educate yourself. Educate yourself. You don't even know who the fuck that is. Educate yourself.
Right.
Who is it? Tell me what her name is and what she does. Tell me what the fuck her name is and what she does. All these people, they're all offended by it.
Once people are wrong, they don't change. They just hold to their guns and try to manipulate it a different way.
Pico's like, only marks like us will. She could be the girl from Evanescence, for fuck's sake, right? Chris says, always listening to country on repeat on Spotify. I love that song. Every light in the house is on. Robbie says, a little junk, such a clean way of saying it, D. Pico's like, Bear Grylls is my hero. Is it? That show? I don't even know what it is.
I didn't know what it was.
Walter
is it about bears? Or
looks
is
like
it
it's
just about
cooking
grills?
Or eating or weird stuff. Walter says, don't forget Thursday is Star Wars Day. May the Force be with you. Thomas
I was thinking about watching a Star Wars tomorrow. I just don't know if I'll be able to.
Why? Why wouldn't you be able to?
Which one would I watch? One that I've already seen 1,000 times?
Yes,
or
always.
a new one?
Ew, God, no. You don't watch any of the new
I could
garbage.
watch Solow or something. I haven't seen that one.
Thomas says, hey guys, what's up? Hey Thomas, good to see you tonight. Pickle says, I don't know, Bobby Fish does his own thing.
Yeah, he's all over. Obviously he could show up and wrestle on AEW anytime. He could be here tonight.
Walter says, Saturday is WWE Backlash. Are you guys going live? Yes, Walter. Our channel will be live. Pickle says, Misha Tate and Paige Van Zant could step on me.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Misha Tate, is there?
Walter says, Daphne, how's WWE 2K23? Did you win any matches? LOL. I haven't even played it, Walter.
Bought it.
Thomas says, you're talking about Ebony Bridges.
Ebony Bridges,
Ebony?
Yes. Yeah.
Ravi says, D, are you offended by it? No, I'm not, Ravi. I was saying I should just buy it. It's probably the only AEW shirt I've ever, remotely been interested in buying at this point. Chris says, also love that country song. I need a jukebox with a country song. John says, don't rock the jukebox. And Ravi says, no, D, it's a survival show.
Don't rock the jukebox. That's Alan Jackson. AJ.
Is it?
Yeah.
A survival show, Ravi? That's interesting. Bear Grylls. Vindicator says, Vin is in the chat. Hey, Vin.
Hey,
Good
Vin.
to see you. Says, Travis, that show is about bears who know how to grill a good T-bone steak.
Boom. You ever had a T-bone steak?
Yes.
I can honestly say I haven't.
Thomas says she's the UK IBF bantamweight champion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Straight out of Australia.
Robbie says, Every doesn't need to be about cooking. I don't know. They looked like they were eating something, and the guy was like, I feel sorry for him, so I don't know what it was about. Chris says, want to hear George Jones because my heart ain't ready for them Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Pico says, yeah, watch some Star Wars Clone Wars. It's a cartoon.
That would be interesting. I've never watched a cartoon of Star Wars.
The Indicator says, how's it going, Talitha? You keep keeping Travis and Leopold good company over there? Yeah, you know me, just being the company. Chris says, Travis, thoughts on UFC fighter Juliana Pena?
Oh, God. Did something happen that I don't know about? Or are we just talking about her looks? Because she's pretty.
Oh, good job throwing it around. Pickles like bears being foodies and oddly become vegan. Ew. John says,
Rabbits are friends, not food.
way down yonder on the
Chattahoochee. It gets hotter than a hoochie coochie.
Oh, God. Please stop.
That doesn't even sound like Cutler.
Oh, there
Oh, Adam Cole, baby.
Oh, he's coming to get you.
14-21. Oh, better
He
run.
thinks he's going to beat you up for that shirt. John's like, LOL.
One
Yeah.
punch does not wear out somebody.
Hilarious. Pickles like the babies win. Yeah, the weirdos. They let Adam Cole win. Thomas says one person not to talk about being vegan is Tash Peterson. She's not right in the head.
I don't know who that is.
Who is Tash Peterson, and what about being vegan makes her upset? Vindicator says, so Travis, what do you think about this new Undisputed Era and this match tonight? You think Kassidy will get along with them for the long haul?
Yeah, I think they're going to stay good guys through the Jericho.
But do I think that they're going to be their own group? No. I think that Orange Cassidy will stay by himself as his own person and be with the best friends, but he will not be Undisputed Era with dumbass Adam Cole.
Yeah, those two will stay together, though, and they'll probably turn heel in the next year, I would assume. In 24 sometime. Because they're great heels. At least they were in NXT. Pillars! Did you see the pillars? There's 2 pillars. Are you excited for the pillars?
Yeah. Chris says, also love country song, Look What Followed Me Home. Gonorrhea. Robbie says, I have eaten hair before when I was younger. Tastes really good fried in a cast iron pan with herbs and spices. It's pretty gross that you're eating hair, dude. That's nasty hair.
Up in the air.
What the hell, dude? Like, actual, like, was it human hair?
Up in here.
Or was it somebody else's hair? Or, like, animal hair? That's gross, man. John's like, Bebe is beating the black eye shirt off him. Is he, though? Walter says Darby and Jungle Boy will win tonight. Do you think?
Hey, there's that chamber that they're bringing it back. The cube.
Harley says, back to watching the Detroit Tigers game.
Woo!
Walter's like, Sammy and MJF. Boo! Where are they? I didn't see them. Pickle's like, y'all gonna make me go all out. Chris says, killing time and time marches on country songs. And Robbie's like, I know I spelled it wrong, but it is good. Oh, you meant like rabbit hair.
Like a hair?
Like a hair. It's H-A-R-E, Robbie, if that's what you're looking for. A hare that you eat, that you guys like to eat in England. And they're like ginormous. They're called meat rabbits. They're literally raised to eat. And they're ginormous. They're H-A-R-E is what those ones are. Walter says, okay, at 9:10, I'm going to be here Friday for SmackDown. More WWE drafts still in chat. And Vindicator says, speaking of NXT, the women tag titles are apparently coming to SmackDown now. So 2 sets of champs on that show. I guess they will battle Liv and Rackrod, cancel one out and unify them.
No, they'll drop them. Indy gave up her title. She just dropped it in the ring and left with injuries. And then, what's his name? Carried her out.
Loomis.
Yeah, Dexter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what'll happen, Vindicator, is they've done this with those tag titles before. They'll probably
vacate,
defend them for a minute or vacate them, or they'll kind of go back and forth at NXT for a little bit. Or they'll have like a tournament down on NXT for the tag women, and whoever wins that, then they'll fight, and then the other people will win. Thomas says they might be scraping the WWE title in favor of the Universal title. Scrapping the WWE title in favor of the Universal title.
I would hope not. I hope they would stay with the WWE title since it is WWE. But
Yeah. Bobby says, I had it in Mauritius. Hopefully I'm saying that country correctly.
Never heard of it. Beard and brows. What is that?
What is what?
Whatever you're doing.
I'm just trying to figure out how to say that name.
Restrained. Look at their background, all torn up.
Mauritius. Okay. I had it in Mauritius, not in England. Actually, in England, I don't know why you haven't. Maybe you just haven't been out to the country. Maybe you stayed too much in the city. They're trying to make her all tough, smacking a man.
Get her out of here. More domestic violence.
Yeah, she should be put in jail for domestic violence.
It's too bad.
Shame on her. John says, Boot, Scoot, and Boogie. Pico says, I don't think I would enjoy eating hairs. Chris
I have
says,
had rabbit.
My Maria. Robbie says, I do like deer meat. Have that in Mauritius too. Yeah, we have venison here a lot, Robbie. So deer meat is a big thing here. Chris says, don't ask her on straight to kill night. Walter says, how's your daughter doing, Daphne? Is she in school? And Leopold somewhere in the house? Yeah. McKenna's doing great, Walter. And yeah, she's still in school.
For another month.
And
Got prom
Leopold,
coming up on the 13th, so she won't be able to watch the KSI fight.
Bummer for her. Yeah, Leopold is probably sleeping somewhere.
He had a rough day today.
He came in, he was mean, he attacked me, I was mean back, he left. So he's probably pouting somewhere.
And he had a rough day. He went outside.
He went outside in a harness.
I put him in his harness. He walked around, gotten a little
Tried
bit of
to chase the chickens.
One didn't run.
It's like, I'll beat the fuck out of you, bitch.
I'm 3 times your size. I will punch you in the face. Anyways, and then they gave up on each other and they just ate. He was eating grass. The chickens were eating bugs. It was farmyard-like. Then a truck drove by.
They were cohabitating.
A truck drove by and that ended it for everybody.
Oh, no.
There's like a little bump right out there.
Yeah.
And so it makes trailers go.
Right.
And so it was like a truck with ladders on it and it went. And he's like, fuck it. So he took off running and tried to lay down at the same time. So it was like a shot and then lay down. And then try to hide. This all at once. So it was this, but he ran so fast. I was like, holy crap. I'm glad he was on a leash because I don't know where he would have ran to.
Exactly. Surprised he didn't run up you.
No, he actually ran towards the road, which is weird, but he ran that way.
John says third-rate romance, low-rent rendezvous. Chris says, you know, your team sucks if you have to say Shohei Ohtani and the Anaheim Angels. Only 1 star on your team.
There's 2.
There's 2 on there, weirdo.
Trout's the bigger
Trout's
star.
on there too. Robbie says, cola coming from you that eats egg embryos and you're scared of eating hairs.
Right. That's it, by the way. There's just the 2. I couldn't name you one other player on that team. They used to have a shortstop I knew. He used to play for the Braves, but I don't know if he's still on there.
Pickle is like, one of my fave South Park episodes is on TSA and putting the toilet seat down. That's right. That's pretty funny, actually.
So it's Saraya going to wrestle, huh?
Wow. Who's she wrestling?
One of the people that they've been feuding with.
Oh.
So either the midget, the little clown girl, or whatever she is, Willow, or who's the other one?
I don't remember. I really don't.
We got Riho.
Well, it won't be Willow because
Willow.
Willow will break her. So you can't put her with her.
Who is the other girl?
John says, two Scoops Vindicator says, surprised that bundle of nerves called Tony Khan was not afraid of the backlash AEW got over the
It's
Britt
Willow.
Faker black eye shirt. Well, hopefully she doesn't break Paige's back.
Willow!
Pico's like, Leo think he a thug. Yeah, I think he's a thug. Robbie says, oh, dear, I'm not a city rat or a country bumpkin. I live in a town. I don't care where you live, Robbie. I'm just saying that you've never been anywhere in England where they have hair, which means you haven't been out to the country or anything, because that's probably where they eat it more like, or in the city because they think it's a delicacy. Piccolo says, okay, I'm going to make some sausage, egg, and cheese burritos. Just going to lurk in the background, kiddos. All right.
Good deal. Some bacon.
Eat egg embryos. Yum.
I had some bacon the other day, and I think I'm still regretting it.
Why?
I just haven't felt the same.
Oh, sorry. Vindicator says Leo trying to be scrappy one like Butch, but you have to tell Leo he has a feminine physique too and can't hang with those rowdy cluckers.
No, he can't.
He can't. He is like a feminine physique because he's like all lengthy and lean.
Uh-huh.
So he's tiny. He's like small compared to the chickens. Like you think he's small as it is. Like he looks tiny compared to our chickens.
Yeah, the chickens are, there's a couple big broads in there too. And one of them is ginormous. And she attacks me.
Yeah.
Like, I go after the other chickens, and I'll pick them up and stuff, and I'll pet them. She attacks me while they're paralyzed, because they do that breeding thing.
Yeah.
She'll just run at me, and then I go to push her away, and she just gets bigger. She's like, let's do it then.
The black and white one, or the
No,
black one, the one bigger red one.
Mm-hmm. She's like, let's do it then.
Just grab her.
Every time I walk outside, she walks behind me and pecks my calves.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She follows me around the yard, pecking me.
Huh, that's weird. Chris says, I don't know, Otani struck Trout out in Baseball Classic, so that means he's better laughing. Sure, Chris.
I would like to see them face each other 100 times and see what Trout's batting average is.
Thomas says, all in London tickets go on sale tomorrow. Nice. Vindicator says, I hope Willow wins this match, but it won't happen even though I like Saraya. Harley says, probably Sky Blue. Nope, it's Willow. Not Sky Blue, Harley.
I forgot about Sky Blue. That's the other one. Sky.
Walter says Willow Nightingale for the win. Chris says Britt Baker should make a Paige t-shirt with an x-ray of Paige's broken neck, LOL. Walter says Saraya says, this is my house.
Britt's not feuding with her yet, though.
Chris
But I see
says,
where you're
or a
coming
picture of Paige's face and the back at list names of guys she was with: Del Rio, Brad Maddox, Xavier Woods. Put all of her porn things on there.
She would look better if she wore longer pants.
She's a real DMD.
It was an accident. Well, if it happens again, we're going to have a problem.
What's funny is they call it all access, but it's still fake shit. I have to beat her. Like, in real life, you're like going to go out back behind the dumpster and beat the shit out of her?
Yeah.
No. You're talking about trying to beat her in the ring, but that's all play acting and written up for you by Tony Khan. So, pretty sure you're not going to be beating anybody if they don't want you to. So, oh well.
Don't look at the TV.
What?
I said don't look at the TV.
Right. Walter says Outcast Green, okay, cool group. Chris says, damn, Paige looks so hot tonight. And Walter's like, WWE Access, AEW Access after Dynamite, cool backstage. Yeah, that's it. Justin Martinez is in the chat. Hey, Justin. Doe.
A girl I went to junior or grade school with,
Faso,
she brought her grandma to school for show and tell.
Is it because she had a hole in her throat?
a
trach?
box. She
a-
might have had a hold too, but I don't know. But she had a box that she brought her for show and tell.
Like Uncle what's his face's friend on South Park.
Yeah, exactly like that. I remember it. They pushed a lot of non-smoking stuff on us back in those days. They also brought. Do you remember being at Franklin and they brought lungs to the gym and they showed us, and they're like, "This was a Franklin student just like 5 years ago."
I don't remember him saying that, but I do remember
They had those smoke lungs and shit. They'd like inflate them, like, oh.
I probably just thought it was fun and laughed.
I never smoked, so I never had to worry about it.
I never went home and said, "Dad, you should stop smoking."
BK.
Like, it
Average
just
Joe way.
never remotely even has ever been like, "Oh no."
Oh no, I never pushed my things on other people ever in my life anyways.
Like, I don't give a flying fuck.
But I hated...
If you want to make the choices to do those things, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's recreational drugs. I don't care if it's smoking, drinking,
Well,
whatever
almost had her.
it is.
We are back from
As
picture in
long
picture.
as it doesn't come in and affect my life, I don't care what you do with yours.
Right.
Like, don't do stupid shit to make it so that it affects my life, though. I don't give a flying fuck what you do in your home, your tent, wherever it is that you live. I don't give a shit.
So,
As long as it doesn't affect my life. That's it. Don't care. Once it starts affecting my life and stuff, freedoms, life, things like that, then I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. But it's not because of the people who made the choices to do the stuff. It's the stupid people that are getting involved that should keep their nose out of shit and stand over in the corner where they fucking belong.
Just a bad idea for Paige, that move that she just did.
All of it is. Her being against Willow is ridiculous.
Watch this move right here.
It's scary considering what she did to What's-Her-Face and we haven't seen her since.
Watch this move she does right here.
Oh, maybe she's on Dark.
Oh, it's in a second still. Who's on Dark?
Anna J.
Yeah, probably not. She's probably on Rampage, but
We haven't
in this
seen
one
her.
right here. That's just a bad idea. Do you see it?
Yeah, it's just dumb.
Oh, Ruby might be out. Get her, Paige. Or Saraya. Drops her down. That's over. Saraya needs to go through her wardrobe and start wearing appropriate clothes for her body.
What?
Her body is so soft.
And squishy?
And, yeah, like she's built like an old woman. Like everything jiggles and moves. Like, or work out. One of the two. And she doesn't have to do a lot of working out. Just firm up. Keep it tight.
Yeah, and what's even worse is the high pants that she's wearing aren't flattering for her body
Right,
type.
because it makes her butt look like it's down by her knees. Who is this?
Rio?
Oh, it's Jamie Hayter.
Oh.
No,
It's
Sheeta with
Marko
big old
Sheeta.
thick shoes on. Don't sprain an ankle.
right.
Is she going to join them? She's got like real Japanese shoes on.
You're funny.
I had a feeling.
Oh, jeez.
Make it a foursome. It can definitely be happening.
Chris is like, LOD laughing. Justin Martinez says, just ketchup belong on eggs. What I meant, my bad.
1,000%, yes.
For some people, Justin, that's probably something that they like. But I'm gonna say no. Because
Oh,
I don't
Jamie's
like
in there.
ketchup on my eggs.
Uh-oh, look
'cause
at
that's
this.
kind of nasty.
Aha! Sheeta!
She wasn't. She totally threw him off.
It was a ruse. She's just whipping people with a stick. Oh, God, that hit Ruby in her hand.
Oh,
See
shit,
her-
did it?
Oh, yeah.
Shit. Oops.
That
Don't
hurt her
keep-
hand. See,
don't-
she's holding her hand.
Don't put your hands where they don't belong then. She can't control. She's trying to hit you in spots that she knows she's supposed to hit. And if you put your hand up, it's going to happen.
Somebody got sprayed in the face.
That was Saraya.
Saraya got sprayed in the face.
There you go.
It's too bad that they can't just... It's too bad they can't... There's my prescription.
Oh. Thomas says, what if Roman loses to him? Who's him?
Who is that? What was the word? What's the name?
What if Roman loses to him?
He will lose to him.
Who is him?
Him. The guy.
That guy.
It'll be Cody eventually.
Chris says, well, Riddle 420 t-shirt. One of my things, right? It's affecting others. His stupidity. They're supposed to be PG, right?
Pretty good.
No. They're supposed to be for children. Supposed to be promoting for children. And children look up to him. And what does it promote for children to do? Yeah, in school they tell them don't. So, yeah. I don't like Riddle, so it doesn't matter to me.
He did an interview the other day, and he was so high on it that it was creepy looking. Like, it was what's her name? The brown toasty marshmallow.
Oh, uh-huh.
I can't think of her name. It's in my life right now. Anyways, it was her. She was asking him questions, and his eyes were red, first of all, and he was answering. She's like, how many pairs of flip-flops do you have at home? Because it's WWE TV, right? So they're asking silly questions. He's like, he answered it so fucking weird that it was like, what the fuck? Like, who does that? I have like 2 pair, because I just use the 1 pair that I use in the ring, and obviously you have more because you kick him out in the crowd.
Right.
And he's like saying, I just have 2 at home. You know, like, she's obviously talking about your wrestling career. How many, you know, you would say hundreds, you know. Oh, I give them away all the time. But instead, he's like, I have a couple pair in my closet, that's all, you know.
Yeah.
Like, answering it, like, honestly, but not recognizing that you're on a wrestling show talking about your job that's wrestling. Like, the kayfabe part of it. Like,
yeah.
I only have 2 pair, so after the next week, I won't be able to ever do it again. It's like, don't be dumb, dude.
Yeah. Well, he can't help it. And the fact that what's even worse about that is that he supposedly went to rehab for drugs. Okay, guys? He shouldn't be having any drugs at all. It doesn't matter what it is. He shouldn't be on any drugs.
That's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. We had a -4 people in here.
Nice. How's that possible?
Exactly. I'm like, cool. Now you know you're doing good.
Robbie is laughing to sound like a Karen. That's not being a Karen, Robbie. You don't even know what a Karen is. Walter's like, Daphne ran. Okay, watch out, chat. Walter's like, Saraya won. Boo. And Chris says, Solo wins title and Usos gain tag titles back. Tire Bloodline champs and bring in Jacob Fatu. IC and US titles. People would riot and walk out of WWE. Oh, okay.
They would watch it. But it'd be funny.
I was like, Saraya is a Wally. She's just a mess. Vindicator says Saraya is undefeated on Dynamite and whopping 2-0 since being with the company for several months. Walter says setup funny. John Sparkland says that was a good setup. Pickle's like Sheeta turned heel. Oh, never mind. Well, I was like, Robbie, what?
Is that,
okay.
Who are they with?
It's the
Is it Roosh?
Vikingo. The Vikingo guy.
So a guy I've never heard of.
He's been on here before.
I know they won the titles, but I guess I thought it was somebody else. Because that name doesn't
They won
even
the
ring a bell.
trios?
Yeah, they're the champions.
When did that fucking happen?
We watched it.
We fucking did?
Yeah,
They won it from House of Black? Where the fuck was I?
Was it at a pay-per-view or something? What month are we in? It might have been at the last pay-per-view.
We're in May right now. And I didn't think they had it that long to have it.
I don't remember. I don't care either. Trios title's dumb.
I don't understand how I missed it, but okay, whatever.
But they might be wrestling House of Black next. Because they did show the House of Black before they showed them.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Chris
This is that guy that
Taz.
jumps all over the place, huh? Vikingo,
Right?
right? Isn't he a high flyer?
Yeah, Vikingo. Yeah, whatever he is. Chris says Taz said she worked them. Cornette is going to have a field day with that. Harley says, I prefer hot sauce on my eggs. That's what Travis actually likes,
I like that one, too.
Thomas says because when Mello shoots, he don't miss. Oh.
That other guy's Ave Dare, right? Ave Dare. Who's the other one?
Who, of this group?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't
So it's Tony Nese, Avare Dare, and...
Avocadaver.
You just killed him. You can't just throw that around. That's an unforgivable. Look at this fucking guy's hair. On the left. He had like a comb over and then flat topped it.
What the fuck?
Did you see it?
No. I missed it all completely. I was looking at the guy with the weird, like...
Look at it. Not the wrestlers.
The
Not
suit
the
guy?
wrestlers. The richer way to wealth. Look at his hair.
Oh.
It's like a comb over and then a flat top.
He's like, I waved it.
And then flat topped it. Like who combs their hair over and then shaves it? Guess I can go back to now.
Yeah, we might miss out on something.
So there's more than one tag team in this one?
Yeah. Is this that royal battle thing?
Oh, fuck. I can't write all that shit down. I like these guys, though. Is that Penelope?
Yeah, she's
Sure
back
is,
there.
but no bunny, huh?
Chris says, LOL, DMD looking like a victim teen who pulled up with her older sisters to beat up bullies. Where's her black eye? Walter's like, no, boo, House of Black. Robbie's like, lots of wrestlers smoke and sniff. It's just some are not so blatant. Ayla's in the chat. Hey, Ayla says, give him all the drugs. Walter's like, hey, Ayla. Ayla says, hi, Walter. And Chris says, tenemos zero miedo. That guy. Piccolo says, is life even real? What's happening? Exactly, Piccolo. That's what I want to know. What's happening?
I'm giving up. I don't know who these people are.
Piccolo says, Ari Davari and Josh Woods were those other guys with that other one.
Josh Woods. What the
The QTV guys.
Hey,
and
there's
Powerhouse
the smoke
Hobbs.
show. What was his name?
Ari Davari.
I know that guy.
Oh, Powerhouse Hobbs and QTV.
No, you said his name.
Josh Woods. Justin says, is your guys' merch available?
Yeah, hit us up on Instagram.
Chris says, Team Ass Hat versus Lucha Bros.
I don't get that.
Oh, what?
I don't know. Like there was a drone at the Kremlin.
Is the Kremlin in England?
It's either there or in Russia. I'm not sure which one has the Kremlin. For some reason, I thought it
I
was
know
Russia.
that there was like some kind of weird explosion at like the Buckingham Palace or something happened there.
That could be the Kremlin then.
Chris says Team Ass Hat versus Lucha Bros. Vindicator says I cannot stand tag team battle royals. It's way too confusing. Thomas says shame they canceled Dark and Elevation.
Well, they're starting a new show.
They canceled both of them?
What's Elevation?
Elevation was the one that
was on Mondays that Big Show was doing?
Yeah, I think so. Either Big Show or, yeah, Big Show. Because Henry does Fridays, right?
Right.
Rampage. I didn't know that they canceled Dark. They canceled Dark off their YouTube? That's so weird.
They have to. Those shows are all recorded after their Wednesday show.
Dark is?
Yeah.
Oh.
And
I
so then
didn't
they
know
show
that.
it the next week.
Oh, I didn't realize that Dark was...
They might actually do it before the show. I don't know, but it's recorded.
People's like, I thought Kremlin was USSR. Well, I think it is. I think the Kremlin is Russia. I was just saying, I know that something happened in London and they had like something shut down over there. Chris says, I wonder what Acclaimed and MJF rap would look like as a team.
That'd be funny.
Oh. Piccolo says why nobody bothered watching it. There were some people
They
that
had
did.
around 6,000 people in there constantly.
Yeah, people. Those poor people will never be able to watch stuff again. Now, the reason why I'm saying it's kind of like, oh, that's sad, is because, one, it's free on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what they're going to be putting it on is a station that people have to pay for to get.
Unless you're in Europe, and then you get it for free. It's just on free TV. I saw somebody put that on there.
Right.
Not Europe, but in the UK.
Right.
I don't know
But
if
I'm
the
just
UK
saying,
is
like,
considered Europe
so,
anymore.
in a way, it kind of sucks for a lot of people. But me, I don't really care. But I just thought it was weird that they're getting rid of them. I think it's weird.
So for all those women that they use on there, are they going to put them on their new show too? Or
Nope.
are the women just getting screwed?
I think they're just getting screwed.
That's
Like
funny sounding.
domestic violence, like
Women getting screwed. Sorry.
Oh no. So is this a throw them out over the top rope thingy, and that's how it worked? Oh God.
Yeah, and then whoever wins. So, okay, so the whole team has to leave if one person gets thrown out.
Davari, Josh Woods, and whoever those guys are done and gone.
Tony Nese.
Yeah, those guys are done. Their whole team got thrown out.
Why do they change their battle royals all the time?
I don't know.
Why can't they just have one type of battle royal and just be done with it?
I don't know. Chris says, Travis, did you see Tiffany Stratton last night at end of NXT? She legit looked like a streetwalker.
Yeah, she looked like a $100 bill.
People
and then
says
Cora Jade didn't look bad either.
Bots.
I was going to tell you that's what happened. So after Indy set the title down and got carried out, Tiffany picked it up.
Oh.
And then she like kind of was like, it's mine. It's going to be mine. And then Cora Jade grabbed it.
Oh.
From her, or like pulled on it, and then like a bunch of women from the back that I don't know attacked everybody.
Oh.
No, I didn't actually watch it. I just saw
the
it
highlight.
On TikTok.
The highlight of it.
But yeah, she looked good, and so did Cora.
It's probably Piccolo, but I don't know. I don't watch it, so. But it cares. Like Dark gets well over 100,000 views, but I think it's being replaced with that Collision show.
Yeah. And it should get right around there too, 100,000 to about 600,000.
Not sure how that'll work.
We'll have to see what day they put it on. If they put this girl in the green on there, they'll pull in 1 million. Guarantee it. They just got to use the women differently. It worked for WCW. It worked for WWE. Women look good. People are attracted to them, and they will watch them. But you have to use them correctly.
Right.
You don't try to have bangers.
No.
You do, but different kind. Like Live Sex Celebration. It shit works. I mean, it would be like, do you want men that are perverted to watch wrestling? Probably, right? That's going to be our main audience.
A lot of them.
So placate towards them. They're like, we have to respect them. You can have a couple like that.
Chris says, for the last time, the blonde at ringside
Hobbs
is
eliminated
not
himself.
Randy Lauren. This is Danny Alexo, a.k.a. Harley Cameron. They just were redheads, then Harley changed her hair to blonde. So, yeah, 2 different people. We kind of figured that out, Chris. We knew she was Danny Alexo, but we thought they were the same person, but they're not.
Badass Billy Gunn's in there. Hobbs eliminated himself.
Did he? That's hilarious.
The Butcher and the Blade in there.
So what is this exactly for?
That's it. Did Caster just get eliminated?
Yes. The Butcher
threw Did they change the rules now? So since they're just down to a couple teams, now people can get eliminated?
Well, he's out, but his team is still in. The rest of
No, everybody had to be eliminated when somebody got thrown over on their team. That's what they've been doing the whole time.
Oh, really? Because what I heard was the only time the team is eliminated is when everybody in the team has been thrown over the ropes. That's when they're eliminated.
I was trying to listen to it, but I'm pretty sure he said, oh, that's all members have to be gone now.
Yes, because the other 2 were gone. So that's all 3 are now out. In order for your team to get completely eliminated,
now it makes
all
sense.
3 of the members...
That's how they normally do it. That's why I was saying, why do they keep changing their rules?
They didn't. They're doing it normal.
Why is Kip Sabian still in here?
Because he's with the Butcher and the Blade.
They have all 3 of their men?
The Butcher and the Blade are still in it.
Actually, I don't see the blade.
I think he's the one being held up.
Oh, yeah. He's the tan one. Like the orange tan. Nobody can throw Silver out because he's so short.
What?
Get him, Butcher.
Pico's like, oh, Billy still's wrestling? Yeah, he's doing it. Chris like, LOL, put that on a t-shirt. Have bangers. What? Robbie says, I'm sure you did, D. Sure I did what? Picola says, Harley has a handful of AEW dark
he's gone.
matches.
John Silver's gone. I'm happy. Now I can live. Although Kip Sabian probably needs to go now.
The Dark Order is gone.
Max Caster's been eliminated too.
Yeah, Max Caster was eliminated by the Butcher. He was sitting on the top rope over there, and the Butcher came up beside him and chucked him over.
Just pushed him over.
Yep.
What is this for?
Chris says, LL pervert.
Number
Min
one
is
contender.
Half the audience. Thomas says, Harley Cameron, she sung the Inspirations theme song. Yes. Yep, that's her. Robbie says these matches don't make sense tonight. And Chris says, Travis, did you see a new girl by the name of Danny Palmer make her debut on NXT last night? I think she is a big deal indies wrestler.
I did not. I didn't watch NXT. I could probably watch it tonight after this. I forget that it's on, guys. I literally do. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I just forget everything in life.
It's normal.
And then I go, what did I do? And I didn't do anything. Literally played on my phone for an hour or two till she went home, and then that's it.
Well, you brushed the dog for about 40 minutes.
I brushed his hip for like an hour.
And then we played on our phones for a minute, and then I turned on Big Bang, and then we ate snacks, and then I left.
And that's not code for sex. Eat snacks.
No, we actually ate food. Grodies. Sickos.
I had pork rinds and like a dip that's made out of Mexican food.
It's a green salsa. Weirdos. No.
Get him, Gunn. Pull him in. Why would you pull him in like that?
He says make it sure he can hold on. Oh, no.
It's from all that scissoring. He's got a good grip.
Right? Get back in there. Oh, he got in.
Billy's so big. Like, it's nuts how big that dude is. And I just don't remember him being that big because in WWE, everybody was big in that day. Mm-hmm. So he's just a dude.
He's
a giant.
He's a giant of an old man.
That's it. They did. They won it.
Wow. The Acclaimed won? Holy shit. So does this give him a chance to go again over and try to get the trios titles?
Listen.
Who's the, are those dumb shits still the, no, it's FTR's the tag team champions now.
Yeah.
Pico's like, I don't know why bother waste time on NXT. Pico, it's, some of it you want to keep track of at least the wrestlers because at some point you might see them up on WWE. Right. So if you see new faces there, it's not always going to be a face that they just pulled out of their thin air. It's going to be probably somebody from NXT. So it's good just to kind of keep track of those people. Maybe not necessarily like watch everything and know where the titles are at. Who gives a shit about that? But the up and coming talent, you kind of want to see how they're going with them so that if they ever do happen to come up to SmackDown or Raw, you know who they are. And you're not just going in a battle royal on a pay-per-view. They're like, and so from NXT. And you're like, who the fuck is that?
Oh, you don't know?
Chris says apparently Raleigh is now doing live streams. Good for him. He actually has cool content. Oh, yeah? Good for him. What's he doing? What kind of live streams is he doing? Thomas says Zion Quinn is now a free agent after the draft. Surprised he's not been released yet so he could join his wife on AEW.
Look, I can do one of those price changes.
Oh.
Look at how much. Yeah, and they will, if I do it, they want to put it on my card. I'm like, that's fucking stupid. It's got to cost money.
Right? For them to do all these transactions. Holly says, that's the ball game. Tigers won that a double header. Yay. Yes, I don't know. Is that happy? Is that exciting? Is that what we wanted?
Always. What is this? I hear a man crying.
Oh, no, I don't know. Vindicator says, so that match was done only to get a bunch of people on this show in the record book. This will count as just one meaningless victory for the Acclaimed. Yes. Chris says he's covering wrestling. Oh, yeah? Our rally guy that's in our chat? Oh, that's cool.
Did you get a text or something?
I didn't get anything.
Oh, but I was wondering why you're grabbing your phone.
Oh, no, because I just did.
1 cent.
Vindicator says Battle Royals need some kind of prize attached to it. One of the few things WWE actually does right. Some of them, not all the time, Vindicator. Oh, fucking stupid.
Friends hug. Let's never fight again. Why is there so much man kissing?
What?
I just wonder why there's so much man kissing.
I don't know. Chris says Quen needs to be pushed. I'd put him in a tag match, a tag team with Jack, and call them the Terminators. Okay, that's weird.
Terminate him.
And then terminate him.
I'm going back through like old orders and I can do a price adjustment. I've got a total of 2 cents.
Nice. 2 cents.
I didn't know I could go back through old. So if the prices change, then you can do it. I don't know how far back you can go. With that kind of money, you don't even have to work.
Yeah. Pickle says it's all random unless you're all up TK's Twitter rectum. Yeah, that's true.
Redfield. I need to watch that. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. Hey, it is that kid.
Yes.
Haven't seen him since Jack and the Beanstalk. Remember when he was a zombie?
Yes.
Warm bodies.
Yep.
Bam. Look at that. My brain works.
Mm-hmm.
In here. It's one more in here. Eastwood. Why is there full commercials?
I have no idea what's happening. Pickle's like, then you may possibly know what's going on, but rarely. That's true. That's true, Piccolo. Yeah, you still probably wouldn't know. Oh, is he a person? He's a human?
And he
that?
chases him? To kill him with a machete?
He makes him do weird stuff? What the fuck?
Maybe his name's Bear Grylls.
That's what I figured from that, because at the beginning he said, I am. He is him. What a fucking... That's weird. Who named... Is that his real name? So why would your parents name you that? Hippies.
John Mox.
Yeah, he's got plans, all right. He's got the plans because he's the man of nothing.
Is there a scar?
Yeah. 23, Jesus Christ. What kind of a fucking person did you have putting your stitches in? Do you think his necklace gets caught in his chest hair a lot?
Yeah, I guarantee it does. That's why I don't wear necklaces.
You don't want it to get caught in your chest
I've got one in here, or at least I did. Yeah. But it pulls the hairs around my necks. Like all around here.
Yeah, those shell necklaces will do it every time.
I'd have to shave my, like, peach fuzz. Is there anybody worse? Oh, wait, never mind. There's a lot worse, but Omega's terrible at this.
I don't know how he is bad at promos. Like, you would think he'd be good at it considering all the other crap that he's supposedly good at, but I haven't seen.
At the end of the day, John, everything comes to an end. You're not going to be the one left standing.
They're like, hey, we want you to say
going
something very specific. Here's some cue cards for you.
Don't use voice inflection. No matter what you do.
Monotone that bitch until you die of boredom.
You do not change your voice tone.
Do
I
not.
don't care what you do or what you have to think about doing, but you do not change the tone of your voice.
Do not. Do not.
Next week.
Steel cage match. They're going to be inside of it. Gross. Yeah, that's happening, I guess. Whatever that is.
Juice Robinson.
Oh, goody gumdrops. Oh, my goodness.
I feel like they missed the opportunity to do this match like 2 years ago.
Oh, what? No way.
And now it's just silly.
Right? All of a sudden now they're like, we should probably do something with our pillars. Really? You fucked hard? What a dumb fucker.
Hey, it's Wardlow. It's Wardlow.
It's Wardlow. He's going to be talking to us.
Where's Arn?
Sophie is in the chat, I guess, says, hi,
Hey,
your thoughts on the WWE talent that got drafted after Raw?
I didn't see any.
Don't know
I didn't
any
even
of
look
it.
at Twitter. Who got drafted?
Sounds exciting, whatever it is.
Oh, wait. Grayson Waller got drafted. I saw that. That's pretty cool. He's going to be on SmackDown.
That's weird.
Other than that, I have no idea.
Why did they do this? Did Iron need some more money or something?
Probably.
I need Vindicator out here to help me with the swindling issues that are happening right now.
It's all about the swindling.
All about that swindling of paychecks for no reason whatsoever. It's not like he talks good.
Arn?
So, yeah.
He used to be
what
really
is he
good.
to manage shit for him?
I know. But it's fine.
Is it? I don't
They're going
feel that
back
it is.
in time.
I don't feel that it's fine. I hate it a lot.
It's
A lot
Arn.
of hate.
They just need J.J. Dillon back. He was the manager of the Four Horsemen in the 80s.
Is he dead?
No, he was on here one day.
No.
I had him on here. When they did the Four Horsemen
So
all about
he's
Rick.
going up against a nobody.
Again, this is that shit. I'll talk it all the time. Although in AEW, this guy might be the greatest athlete to ever grace the...
He's going to be the greatest athlete ever. Okay. Now just pin him and be done.
So what's the difference between like him and Orange Cassidy and Adam Cole and Juice World and Juice Robinson and who's
Which
the other
guy?
guy? Shawn
Wardlow?
White.
Or
No, the other guy.
Weird, small...
They're all the same. Like what's the difference between him and Orange Cassidy or Adam Cole or Roderick
Nothing.
Strong or any of the pillars?
Nothing.
They're all the same.
Because they're supposedly better. I
So
guess.
why
I don't
though?
know.
Why are they better than he is?
They don't want the TV championship thing? Belt thing?
I mean, why is he getting buried and they don't? He's the same guy. It's just like they took a fucking copy machine and just started copying the same wrestler. And now they have a whole roster of them, and they're like, did we fuck up? Like, everybody's exactly the same.
They do the same. They talk the same. They are the same. Nobody cares about them. Let's try to make them relevant. Please don't.
Wardlow almost got a hernia. Can you just pin him already?
Please just do something. Jesus.
They're hurting Wardlow by doing this stupid stuff. You don't do squash matches after you become champion.
Again. He's champion again.
Oh, good. Call out somebody of worth. Start beating up.
AEW, stop. Man. Ooh, he's cutting the line. Chris says war.
Here it is. Bring out the dinosaur. Boom, boom, mega, laga, laga, boom. Boom, boom, mega, laga, boom, boom.
Good match. Yeah, Walter.
It was a night like this.
Because there was a possibility that Wardlow would have lost that whole
years
thing.
Ago. Boom, boom.
His intestines could have came out his butthole, and then there all would have been problems. So if it's like
They
it
call
must be
that
hard
hemorrhoids.
to decide what pay-per-view you want to miss if you're a fan of both WWE and UFC, or just watching both. Because says Ethan Page is his twin, but 40 pounds lighter. Nice. That's it. Walter's like, okay, bye guys. See you Friday for SmackDown. Bye, Walter. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Luchasaurus, get in there. I want a face-to-face. Dinosaurs never existed. They're dragons.
They never existed. They're just dragons.
Dragons.
So he's like, how's AEW time? Oh my god, it's so amazing. I can't wait to have more of it.
That's the only part I'm excited about. I just want to see him get face-to-face, see how big Luchasaurus is, because I think he's bigger. Yeah, I understand that. You definitely don't want to do that in Baltimore.
Ew, Baltimore.
It's worse than Buffalo.
It's disgusting. What a gross place.
Baltimore.
Pickle's like, see ya, Walter.
You suck, you suck, you suck, you suck. Oh, Christian wants a shot at the champ.
What the fuck? Oh my Jesus. So he's like, did you hear about the writer's strike? No, I have no idea what you're talking about. But Nick here says this show feels slower than the usual AEW shows, I guess because 2 of the matches took 15 to 20 minutes. Sure, Vin, that's probably why.
There's going to be another one that lasts 20 minutes coming up.
He goes like, who's your favorite on UFC, Sophie?
Oh. Who's your favorite on UFC?
I don't know.
You don't have a fave. That John Jones is pretty damn good.
Who's he?
He just won the championship in the last one. He just overwhelmed the guy and beat him in like 20 seconds. Won the heavyweight championship of the world.
Oh.
But he was the light heavyweight champion for years.
Oh.
It was the first fight. His last pay-per-view was the first one I ever watched when Danny came over.
I probably don't mind that Alessandre guy.
Israel?
Yeah.
I like Israel. That was exciting to watch him.
Make up for his going up or going in a different weight and not doing very good. And
well, he lost to that guy the fight before, and then he slept him. I still think it was luck, but...
Pico says Baltimore is greater than Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland is trash.
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland is garbage. Nobody go to Cleveland. Sophie says, how often will a UFC pay-per-view be on at the same time as a WWE or AEW pay-per-view? I don't know, forever, Sophie.
4 times.
AEW pay-per-views, no, because they're usually only on Sundays so far.
AEW has the wherewithal to change the date if they do coincide. They'll be like, oh, now we're changing the date.
Yeah.
WWE, on the other hand, thinks they're too big and they can't.
WWE is a fucking moron when it comes to that shit, but you know that will
hopefully
change.
Now that
they're
Vince,
owned by the same company,
that Vince runs both shows.
They'll be like, yeah, we probably better not put these on the same night. Probably not a good idea. You fucking think You dumb assholes.
Since Vince McMahon is now Dana White's boss. Just kidding. He is, but he's not going to do anything.
Right. So he says I don't watch any UFC. He's not going to put his nose where it doesn't belong. He might help with like booking or TV deals and stuff like that, but he's not going to tell him how to run his business.
They want him there because he's ran a billion-dollar company for years and as the chairman, and so that's what he is now. Yes. Basically, they're running the shit.
Sophie's like, I don't watch any UFC, and as Sophie says, it's the Writers Guild of America. It affects TV shows and movies. You know what, Sophie? I don't give a flying fuck. They do this all the time. What? I think they should just fire them all. Get rid of them.
What?
The writers she's talking about.
Oh, they're
the Writers Guild of America.
Are they
on
striking?
Strike. Yes.
They strike all the time.
They fucking do it all the time. Just fucking fire their asses. Get the fuck rid of them. Get rid of them. Just get rid of them. Fire every single one of them and say, fine, fuck you. You're fired.
There's plenty of actors out there. Other ones that would...
Yeah, other writers
what
that
are they called? They're line crossers or what were those people called?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I couldn't say.
Anyways, they were line crossers.
Yeah.
In the union days.
Oh, yeah. They probably still have those. Who gives a shit? They don't want to work? Fuck them. Fuck them. Don't work then. Who cares? Don't care. Chris says, oh, Wardlow looking like an Andre the Giant or Big Show black singlet now. Right. He's done that the whole time, Chris.
Yeah, we've seen that.
He's always worn a singlet since he's been on AEW.
For all the singlets.
Sim says, but people complain about WWE pay-per-views on Sundays. So, everybody's going to complain about something, Sophie.
Don't worry about moving it to Sunday. Worrying about move it a week in front or a week behind. Yeah. It's not hard.
Just don't put it on the same Saturday. That's it. Pico says, back in the day, I loved BJ Penn, Rampage Jackson, and Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, good names. I know who those guys are. Never seen one of them fight, though. He looks just like his dad. He looks like he has Down syndrome. Hey, chickens. I brought a giant. Who this is? Oh, I don't know.
I'm guessing.
So do they live with their dad? Or is it just a big ranch?
Which?
Both of them. Knew that was coming.
This is so weird. I hate it so much. Pickles like back in the day. I read that. Vindicator says WWE has too many pay-per-views, not counting the NXT ones. They could stand to do without at least 3 of them.
I would like to see them cut it down to 6 a year.
That'd be lovely. Sophie says WWE pay-per-views on Saturday is a new thing. Pickles says I could write comedy for some shit-ass shows. Exactly, Pickle, you could. Sophie says the last writer's strike lasted like 100 days. Yeah, I think that if they strike for more than 10, they should all be fired. Literally fired. They shouldn't have jobs ever again. Ever again. Ever.
You're so weird.
It's not being weird.
You're weird.
No, it's
just
not.
Just admit it. Just say, okay, I get it.
That is not being weird. That is being legit about something.
If somebody protests or whatever you're saying, they should never be hired. That's dumb.
They should never be able to go back to doing what they're protesting about. They should never be able to work it.
I feel like they should hire other people, but if they come around and they decide to work again because they came around, then they should be able to work again.
Oh, Oh, why? Because you fell into whatever their demands
Not there.
were?
No. I said if they agree to the terms, they should be allowed to walk.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
That's what I'm saying.
They're being terrorists.
That's what I'm saying. You don't negotiate with them. You let them go, and if they decide they want to work for what you're offering, they should be allowed to work for what you're offering. Mm-hmm. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Robbie says Wardlow's not getting better than he is.
We can't. Not against shit like that.
Chris says Naomi will be an Impact. I could care less. I don't give a flying fuck where she goes. Sophie says, I'm surprised that the WWE went with a Saturday pay-per-view knowing that they will compete with the UFC.
It's already done, though, guys. They made these schedules. They have to book those stadiums in advance. It's not a stadium. It's a basketball arena. But
Pico's like, it's chicken. Is that his nickname? Robbie says, but they will put it on the same Saturday as his competition with other pay-per-view like boxing. The dad called his son chicken.
Oh, okay.
Vindicator says, I would say of the remaining shows for the year, keep Money in the Bank, drop Night of Champions, and Survivor Series. Well,
can't drop Survivor Series
just because it's in Saudi Arabia. The Saudi Arabia pay-per-view for sure they need, so I would not drop that one.
And they have 2 of those. And then do a major 4 in America, 2 in Saudi Arabia, and you're set.
Pico says they have overalls big enough to fit him.
And and when I say in America, I mean anywhere in the world that's not Saudi Arabia. By the way, I said that wrong. Their 4 major pay-per-views should be anywhere they decide to put them, but 2 of them have to be in Saudi Arabia to make the 6.
Yeah.
Is what I was trying to say.
Sophie says, I did laundry today, including my bedding. Chris says, they need old Mance Warner for this job. Sophie says, Survivor Series is one of the big 4 or 5 pay-per-views. Robbie says, AEW has been a washout tonight. Pico says, yes, the Briscoes are a tight-knit family. He was in a 6-man tag back in ROH a while back.
Nice.
Vindicator says Survivor Series is a dinosaur at this point. Outdated concept. They can do war games at any pay-per-view, namely Mania.
Right, but by having that could be the last one of the year. It's in November. They can have SummerSlam, which is in August. They could do Money in the Bank somewhere in there too. Like June.
Right.
And then do WrestleMania in March and do the Battle Royal one, the Royal Rumble in January. There's your main 4. And then you can just throw in the Saudi shows just whenever they work for your schedule.
Pico says Papa Briscoe tried to fight like Dusty Rhodes. Robbie says it is being weird. Really, Robbie, stop trying to lick Travis's asshole.
Oh my God, get away from my butt. My doctor wanted to touch my butt today too. She's all like, hey. Want me to touch it? I'm like, oh my God.
So it says a lot of actors are on the picket line of the writer's strike. Don't ever give them an acting job ever again.
See, your weirdness. You're
If they're going to be on the picket lines with writers, then they shouldn't ever get a job.
You're 0 to 60.
Just
fucking burn up, start
If I did that as a person, I would not have a job. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
They shouldn't have jobs. With the jobs. Chris says, I hope they aren't trying to build up Mark Briscoe like Dusty Rhodes with these farm promos. It's disrespectful to Cody unless he doesn't care. He probably doesn't give a shit. Robbie's like, do you seem to have all the answers these days? Sophie says, whenever the writers goes on strike, it affects everything. I wonder if the WWE knew the UFC was going to have a pay-per-view on Saturday. Oh my God, Sophie. I don't care. I'm not reading any more of those comments. Done. I am done. No more UFC comments. No more caring about UFC and WWE pay-per-views on Saturdays. It is what it is, Sophie. UFC has always had pay-per-views on fucking Saturdays. Always. Always had them on fucking Saturdays. Who gives a shit? Yes, they booked them on the same night. Oh my God, they're in completely different cities and places. Who fucking cares?
They're in different countries.
Puerto Rico is basically a province of the United States. So technically, no, they're not.
Different countries.
Chris says, damn, Jay White is such an afterthought.
Yeah, he got screwed. But he didn't want to go to WWE. It's his own game. He could have been in NXT right now, dominating.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think they would have put him right at the top. They did it with Cross. Remember, they put the title on Cross quick. They don't have a champion in NXT that's worth 2 shits. If he was there, he could easily be champion.
Yep, Sophie, AEW did cancel their YouTube shows because of their Saturday show they're making up. So it says, where would King of the Ring fit in the schedule? If they revisit at some point in the schedule, don't know, don't care.
They could always do it in Saudi Arabia.
Do have another show in Saudi Arabia sometime later in the year. Oh, Robbie's like, D, crying. It doesn't work out that way, though, for you to want to lick Travis's ass.
Oh my God, stop saying it.
Pretty sure that probably is what you really want to do. Harley, it says, getting ready to go to bed. I'm starting to get a migraine headache. Yeah, me too.
Is it because of this?
My migraine headache is not because of me. It's because of others.
Other people's migraines?
Let's see. Yeah, Sophie, great for them. Pickle, it says, only affects Hollywood and celeb circles, not the normies. Robbie says, D, why do you let things bother you so much? Pickle's like, hey, Harley, have a good night, bud. Pickle's like, supposedly NHL playoffs, the 2 Canadian teams that never win have the chance to get to the Stanley Cup.
Looking good for them. I don't know who that is, but is that the Kraken? Seattle? When are they going to get the Supersonics back? That's what we need. Remember the Supersonics?
Oh. Anyways, Chris said some earlier, said, damn, Jay White is such an afterthought. And Pico says, yes. Chris, I agree. They're damaging Switchblade.
Yeah, he's more like a pocket
You guys
knife
should
now.
probably write a letter to Tony Khan.
Now he's more like just like those small pocket knives that you just keep in your pocket. It's got like a pair of pliers on it, too.
And no, Sophie, the UFC pay-per-view doesn't end before the WWE pay-per-view.
No, it'll be on about 2 hours. The UFC
pay-per-view will be on at least 2 more hours longer. And will start at least 2 hours before the WWE pay-per-view.
Fact. Yeah, it goes from 6 Eastern to about 1 Eastern, 1 a.m.
Robbie's like, oh, D, you're hilarious tonight. Oh, goody gumdrops for you. Chris says, Switchblade look like a fruitcake right now coming out with Juice Robinson. No offense, people.
Because of his white pants. Looking like Tom Cruise and A Few Good Men.
Ew. No, he looked like a fruitcake.
Have you not seen that? A Few Good Men.
A Few Good Men?
With Tom Cruise.
Isn't that the one where you can't tell the truth?
Yeah. And he gets off and he's got his pure white uniform on.
Yeah, he actually wears a uniform, and they're like, oh my God, he wore his uniform. Eh.
And then Jack Nicklaus tells him...
What does he tell him about fruitcakes?
I can't say it, but...
Does he say bad things about fruitcakes?
With your effety white uniform.
Nice.
Fag is a bundle of sticks.
Yes, it is.
So, you look like a bundle of sticks.
Or, in the UK, it's a cigarette.
Right. Anyways.
I think in Australia it means that, too.
Yeah. A bundle of sticks. You look like a bundle of sticks in your white uniform, is what he says to him.
Oh, that's
word
not
for
very
word.
Nice. Interesting. Said Jay White literally is a third maximum male model the way he looks.
Right.
So he says, so AEW News Saturday show is screwed with WWE papers and UFC pay-per-views.
No.
Don't have any idea, Sophie.
Doesn't even affect them because nobody that's going to watch those are going to watch that anyways.
True. Robbie says Tom Cruise is awful, D. Okay.
When is this starting so I can at least put it on my DVR and see if it's worth...
the collision stuff?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Like the end
July,
of the month?
I think. Sometime in July. I think that's what they said. June or July.
Like June 29th or 7th
Maybe. So if he said it'll be interesting what they're going to do with the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. I don't fucking care. Pickle is like, I'm lost. Yeah, That's good. Anyways, right now we're actually
What?
watching an AEW
Two.
match.
Yeah, Juice World here versus
Ricky Starks.
Pebble.
He X'd him somehow, I guess.
Hit him right across the throat.
Yeah.
Trying to break his larynx. Whoa! Into the ropes. Juice goes for the kick. There's a spear.
Get him.
The Pebble hit him with a
Ricky.
spear. Ricky. Every time I hear that name, I think of...
Yeah, Piccolo, we do need Nostradamus for all of it.
Yes.
The speculating.
Wow,
that's
look at that.
happening.
Juice Robinson just lost.
They gave Ricky Starks a win? That's crazy.
Pebble, yeah.
Surprising. Didn't expect that to happen. Really, I didn't.
Oh, there he is. Jay
Oh,
White from
no.
behind. You've
White
heard that
Cans
one
boy.
before.
Old fruitcake came down.
Because of this bundle of sticks. He got him from behind.
Gross. Piccolo's enjoying the burrito he made earlier. It's yummy. You know what? Piccolo breakfast burritos usually are pretty yummy. Make mine with tater tots.
Good idea. Ricky.
He was going to do a Sister Abigail. Is that the fucking
Yeah.
one he was going to... Oh. Uh-huh.
They don't
Oh,
call
no.
They don't call it that, though. But that's what it is.
Ugh. Gross. Torment him with his weird face.
Wow. Better Off Dead.
Ooh.
Every time I hear Ricky, I think of Better Off Dead. That's the neighbor across the street
Oh.
that has the sex slave living with him. The French girl. And she pretends not to know English. His mom blows up
Uh-huh.
from eating drinking the turpentine or whatever the hell it was.
And the whatever it was.
The spicy alcohol she
The
thought it was.
spicy alcohol.
Sorry your mom blew up.
Sorry your mom blew up.
Oh, they must have won. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, I remember when Jeff came back.
Oh yeah, that happened, huh?
Was that last week or a month ago?
Oh my god, I think it was 5 years ago. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 5 years ago. Pupil's like, wow, nice pull, Travis. What did you do? What'd you pull?
Better Off Dead? I have no idea.
Oh, yes. Probably. That's what it was. The movie reference.
Love that show. There's another 80s show that's got to be right at the pinnacle, right at the top. I thought about that. I was in the shower this morning, and I was like, I should make me a list of 80s movies. I think I could literally get 50 that would be in the top 10.
Right? It's going to be crazy. Looks like Sophie can't wait for Friday and Saturday because, stuff. And I guess the WWE is going to have a press conference for Backlash on Peacock on Friday afternoon.
Good.
Uh,
Like a weigh-in, too, and they're going to do it all
yeah, they
fight
should.
style.
Just weigh-ins and everything. So,
Press
Sophie
conferences.
says, there's no pay-per-views on the weekend. I usually watch nothing. Or something random. Don't we all? I watch random stuff when there's pay-per-views on. It's random chat stuff that I have
I'm
to
going to get my
watch.
board. These two are fired up. Jack Perry.
Oh, no.
Look behind him.
Oh. Oh, no.
Hear me out.
Chris says, I think Starks joins Jay White and Robinson. This is so predictable. They're going to have a series of matches and Starks will turn.
Jack Perry
Chris,
turning
probably.
heel.
Ooh, MJF trying to smooch up Jack Perry. He's like, I'm going to play both sides of the field. They'll never know. Vindicator's like, the firm will just find 3 more stooges to replace them Hardy Boys. So he says, the Mets got rained out.
Oh, God. That's not going to get you on your team, dude. You're not world championship material.
Oh, no. 4 games past weekend.
How can you have a dad that was such a great... Maybe he died when he was really young and he never talked to his dad or something.
Okay, his dad died like just a few years ago.
Oh.
Holy crap, Travis.
I don't know when he died.
People says, come on, you know me.
Now
and my
Darby's not
goofy
going to
movie
trust him.
references.
Now he said, I got this. Like, he's all jealous because he was talking to another boy.
Yes, he's all jellyfish.
Jellyfish!
How dare you? Why do you have to put ranch on them then if they're more flavor than fire?
Because you put ranch on everything.
You shouldn't have to put anything on them if you think they're more flavor than fire.
There's no such thing. You don't eat meat without sauce.
You eat
The
it
whole
first
point is so
to
you
see
can
if
have...
you need sauce. Then you eat it with sauce.
Nope.
She's a liar.
Would you eat a hamburger with just bread
I probably have before, and yes, I probably
and
would.
not put condiments on it?
Depends on the hamburger.
No,
What
it
if I didn't
does
have
not.
condiments to
You
put
just
on it?
do it.
What if I didn't have condiments to put on it?
Then you would eat it like a steak. You probably wouldn't put it on bread.
How do you know?
Because that's what people do.
Is that?
Just saying, you just don't not get... there's probably are people. Isn't there somebody in here, is it Vindicator, that doesn't like sauce?
Yes. He probably eats his hamburgers without bread or sauce. He probably doesn't even eat hamburgers.
I wonder if they use Hexclad on here.
The top people might, but not the middle or the bottom because they get shit.
Like they changed their pans?
Yeah, so if you're at the bottom, you get the crappiest stuff possible. If you're in the middle, you get like mediocre
Do you
stuff.
get a
And
move?
if you're at the top, you get the most pristine
Does each
stuff.
group move so you're on
I
each
don't
floor
know that
once?
part. The only part I know is what I told you. That's all I know.
Oh.
That's the only thing about that whole thing that I know. That's it. I know nothing else.
Are you a Wells Fargo investigator?
So if he said they're trying to make Rampage watchable, but are they? Vindicator says, Lutha, what did your non-favorite wrestler Daniel Garcia do to get an international title match? AEW may screw things up and have Kassidy lose that match. I don't think so.
No.
I have no idea what he did. I wasn't paying attention enough to care, I guess. Pico says, start kissing already, right? So how much does a UFC pay-per-view cost? Depends on the UFC pay-per-view and
No,
up
it
to
doesn't.
$80.
It's $80. They're all $80. It doesn't
Oh, are
matter.
they now?
All of them are.
Oh. Well, there
And
you
you
go.
have to have ESPN Plus, which is $7 a month. So it's about $87. It's about $90.
Yeah.
If you want to eat any food, you're over $100.
Picola says MJF is convincing such a sussy boy. Huh. Conniving. Oh, conniving. There we go. He's conniving such a sussy boy. Vindicator says, I think Maxwell has wrestled only once on regular TV since winning the belt. Hope he doesn't show ring rust tonight. Picola says he just died not long ago. Exactly. Sophie says, when I come in here, you know, it's some random stuff. Sometimes I don't know what I'm going to bring up. Yeah. Except for usually if it's AEW night, you always bring up WWE stuff. All the time. Every time. All the time. Because like, oh my God, he was in the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, which wasn't that long ago. I was like, D, you're capping now, eating meat with no sauce. Picole's like, highly doubt it. Maybe tomato and lettuce. Robbie says, Travis is right. You need the sauce, man. Picole's like, it's got to be lubricated somehow. Giggity. Will Travis watch Backlash after it is over Saturday? I don't know if he'll go back and actually watch it, Sophie.
I'll watch it and fast forward.
Pico says, best to spit. Oh, never mind. Talking about burgers.
I'll probably watch it on my laptop as it's on.
Robbie says, do you love to start random arguments at times, do I? Hassan is in the chat. Hey, Hassan says, hi there, guys. Today is my B-Day. Well, happy birthday, my friend.
Happy
I hope
birthday.
you had a wonderful day. Piccolo says that Ocho costs $19.95.
The Ocho.
So he says, what's the difference between regular ESPN and ESPN Plus?
ESPN Plus is an app. That's the difference.
Chris is going to eat some tacos on Cinco de Mayo. I might eat some fajitas and enchiladas. No. Enchiladas, yes, but not tacos. Gonna probably have carnitas on Saturday. That's what I plan on making, by the way.
Isn't that the 5th? Cinco de Mayo.
Friday. Yes.
Cool.
But Saturday I'll probably make carnitas.
That's the way to do it. Look, he gave a skateboard to a kid.
Robbie says, get a Fire Stick or a box with this, and no need to pay for that. And Sophie says it'll be interesting if Brock is going to open the show on Saturday. And Pico says,
no,
hi.
He'll main event it, guys.
Happy B-Day, Hassan. Yay. Hassan says, I did enjoy Super Mario Bros. Movie, and it was good today. Nice.
I thought about watching that one.
Sophie says, I thought the UFC thing was on regular ESPN. Only some US... okay, Sophie...
The pre-show is on ESPN, but to watch the pay-per-view, you have to have ESPN
and have
Plus.
the ESPN Plus. Also, they do put other regular UFC stuff on there throughout the month on Saturdays. Pico's like, well, I put ESPN Plus in my dually Dodge Ram. Get her done. But regular just goes in my Prius. It's like, do you have Mexican friends? I guess. It's free for me and BT Sports. Sure is, Ravi. Do I have Mexican? You guys know that Ayla is like part Spanish Mexican, right? So technically, yeah, I guess I do. Why are you asking, Ravi? Or specifying or assuming? Chris says, Travis, F, marry or dismiss.
Oh, Lord.
God.
Here we go.
Between black-eyed and broken-nosed Brit, crutches Indy Hartwell, or broken no-knees Tegan Knox, all crippled women.
Okay. Indy's gone. Like, whatever, however we're disposing of her. She's gone. Tegan's pretty... I mean, obviously, Baker's getting married. Because she's a dentist and she
has a career.
She's self-made. Tegan could be unemployed next week, so I guess I'm pumping Tegan Knox. That's weird. I'd turn the lights off. Oh, she got a pretty face.
Pico says, I swear the differences in figuring out life. My goodness, what? What happened? What? What are you talking about? I was like, I just figured you might. Oh yeah, you assumed? That's nice of you. Pickle's like, haha. Sophie says, I bring up WWE on AEW Night because I wasn't in here that much one day. I was in another watch-along channel. Of course you were.
That's all right.
Pickle's like, Baker is independent. Independent.
Sammy and MJF are hugging each other.
What?
I guess, I should probably change that.
Yeah.
I don't like Indy because I don't like her at all. But she's got a way better body than Tegan.
Yeah?
So she might be the one.
Just put a bag over her head.
Yeah. And then Tegan's gone. Even though she has a pretty face.
Dismiss the no knees.
Yeah. Yeah, she couldn't be on her knees at all. That's good.
Just dismiss her.
She gone. All right. Wembley Stadium, August 27th. They go on sale this Friday, it looks like. The tickets for Allin.
Allin. The pre-sales are going to be over. Now they're going to have to sell them.
I don't understand this story that they're doing with Sammy and MJF, like where they're all hugging each other. And
it's gross. I don't like it.
I mean, obviously they're turning on each other.
He goes, let's see. Oh, Sophie said, did you hear about Tony Khan tweeting about WWE? No. I don't watch any of that stuff.
Just the Khan. I didn't see him write anything about WWE. It was just about Khan. Nick.
He says, I thought Tegan was a liberal, Sonya Deville style. Oh yeah, people. How did she get no knees then?
She tore her ligaments off her bones wrestling.
Oh no, that wasn't from wrestling, sweetie. And that's why Triple H likes her so much. He's such an advocate for her. Ravi says, do you always make assumptions about me? No, Ravi, I don't make assumptions about you. You specify all the information about yourself. I don't make assumptions. Pickle says, Tegan is like Dakota. Nobody, not at all. Sorry, Chris. Ravi says, Tegan Knox, she loves a bit of both. So he says, lately when it's non-big pay-per-view, WWE usually ends the pay-per-view a lot earlier than normal.
Yeah, it'll be over at 11 Eastern.
Yeah. Pickle says, I honestly don't know where I found that out. It just may be the vibe. Chris says, why is MJF sodomy on Sammy?
Exactly. I don't understand what's happening here.
I don't know why he's all sorts of just hugging on him.
Just
and
a
weirdness.
bundle of sticks. I don't know.
Robbie's like, Dee definitely watches, but just acts like she doesn't. Watches what, Robbie? Chris says,
Wrestling.
Kai is best for business.
I don't mind Dakota. She is very thin. She doesn't have a body, but she's not weird shaped either.
Right. Like, so he's like, why do you blame Triple H for everything? Vince McMahon is back in charge. Who said anything about blaming Triple H for anything, Sophie?
Is that a wig? Oh, it's a scarf. I don't know why I thought that was a wig.
Why is he throwing a wig at him? Whose wig is it? Whose weave did he take? Snatched some weave off some person in the audience.
There again. This is old school wrestling. Oh, referee saw that.
We saw it that time.
Drop it, drop it, drop it. You just drop it. He still has it in his hand.
Yes. Robbie says, big up H if he can get a shag at work. Fair play to him. Sophie says it'll be interesting how they decide the match order for Saturday with UFC pay-per-view. Pico says, well, like daddy, like doofus stepson.
Look in the ring. Choking him again.
Oh, no. How dare he?
Darby the house elf.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, he's using it. Look at that. Now turn him around.
Pay attention.
Get disqualified. There, it's over.
MJF. This is so dumb.
This is old wrestling. This is 80s wrestling.
Is
This,
it?
if you don't like this, and you wouldn't like classic wrestling. This is showmanship. This is to get the crowd all involved. See, and even Jungle Boy's working the crowd. It's actually pretty good. For crowd involvement.
Robbie says, do you blaming HLO? Wow, never. Huh, okay, Robbie.
She's only talking about Tegan no knees. That's it, right? Like you didn't say.
All I was talking about. I have no idea what else you guys are babbling about. And is that blaming him for anything?
That she's on the roster. I'll blame him for that.
I will blame him for that because that's why she's there. Along with Hit Row, which is garbage. Bronson Reed, garbage. How many more garbage can we talk about that Triple H is fucking responsible for? Yeah, I blame him for a lot of that shit because
Johnny
he
Spaghetti.
did it. Oh, yeah. Spaghetti moron and his dumbass wife bitch who should stay at home making sandwiches and having more babies where she belongs. Because I'm pretty sure that's the only thing she might be good at. Maybe.
Although she did hold her baby when he was getting beat up by Grayson Waller. And he kept saying, go in the house.
And she's too stupid to listen. Yeah. Instead of going in the house with her kid, making sure her kid was safe. She's like, no, I'm going to make sure my kid's out here in danger. Where's CPS when you need them?
Right.
Somebody should have called CPS. They literally put that child in danger. That's offensive. Completely offensive.
Was that Gus from...
It's completely
Psych.
offensive.
It was Gus from Psych.
Did they get a real Jamaican for that part? I want to know. Pico says MJF is a 12-year-old. Pico, most boys are 12-year-olds. All of you are at some point. Somehow, in some instances, you are all 12-year-olds.
If you're not, how boring is life? Think about how exciting life was at 12.
So is this will there be a UFC pay-per-view on the same afternoon as Night of Champions?
No, there won't be.
Chris says, I don't know,
The next one's
man.
June 10th. The next one after that is July 10th, 11th, 12th, somewhere in there.
Chris says, I don't know, man. Kai looks like she took a pounding a couple of weeks in a row. Her hair all roughed up. So I don't know if I want her if she's being passed around. Just kidding, guys. It's a joke. She is funny on Twitch. Robbie's like, ha 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 ha. D and Sophie's like, did you see the cute video of Carmella announcing that she is pregnant to her stepkids? That came out this week. Oh,
I did not.
I did not realize that he had 500 children already. How many different moms do they have?
It's a circus. That's
Do
not a
they all have
vagina, that's a clown car.
Do they all have different moms? Just curious. He seems to get around, that Corey Graves. Chris says, how long is that H under the table, no knees, green hair participation trophy? Rhonda, Char, Bliss, Kai, Bailey, 2 timing Bex. I don't know. As like DL managers and sports have their favorites. Piccolo says eventually if WWE PG disappears, will we see Attitude Era segments like Triple H bending Tegan and Lacey Evans over and random people walk in awkwardly?
No, I don't think they'll do the sex stuff, but PG-14 would be really good for both of these companies.
Jeez. It's like, oh, wow, D, you're incredible. Thanks for being sarcastic, Robbie. Pico says, I was skateboarding like 10 hours a day. Believe me, 12 years old was a fantastic life.
Exactly. Go do it now, you know? Go be 12. There's nothing wrong with it. Somebody tells you you're immature, say at least I'm living life.
Make sure you protect your brain.
I got some weird type skateboard in the other room. It's like a 2-wheeler. It's got one in the front and one in the back, and one swivels. McKenna's like, just go ride it. My thing's like terrifying. Just to stand on, let alone move. She's all pulling me down the street.
They're getting it done in that ring. Jungle Boy's like, I got them all. I'm going to take him out.
Jungle Boy needs to literally just change his whole entire character. It's weird. Like, it's over. It's done.
Well, I feel like this. They should either call him Jack Perry or Jungle Boy, not Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
Right.
It's weird. Either you call him by his nickname only when you're announcing, because there's not another Jungle Boy out there. What difference does it make? It's like, dude, stop. I'm going to talk his whole name. It's like I'm really mad at my child. I'm going to call him their full name.
And make him wear cheetah pants.
God damn you, Mary Georgina Smith.
I had a mirror above my bed in college. And it had cheetah print around the outside of it.
Oh, fuck.
That's how I covered the screws, like, that were holding it up.
12-year-olds.
That'll make you 3 inches shorter.
True that, not. So it's like, Trinity finally broke her silence this week on why she left the WWE. Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Did she take responsibility for her own actions, or
did
she blame somebody else? Because I feel like she probably blamed everybody else and did not take responsibility for her own fucking actions. She had every choice to not leave, but she did. And she can't sit there and blame other people. She has to take responsibility for the choices she fucking made.
Maybe she did.
But I bet you she didn't. I bet you she did not.
You're saying that she has a victim mentality?
I bet she does. So he says everybody's still PG, but Nick Khan did hint that the third hour of Raw will go darker. Like, as in they'll turn the lights off?
Yes.
That'd be great. So we don't have to see anything? That'd be perfect. Rob is like, fair play to Corey's tapped up Carmella. Chris says, imagine a 12-year-old seeing Stratton for the first time. Chris, what the fuck, dude? We're not talking about actual 12-year-olds. I'm talking about how you as a grown man act like a 12-year-old. Hence your comment, 12-year-old comment. Every comment that you make about women, 12-year-old. 12-year-old boy mentality. Every comment. Oh, that's fucked up. Is it, though? Because you said it. 12-year-old boy mentality. It's right there. The proof is in the pudding, my friend. Proof is in the pudding.
She said pudding.
Vindicator says, so Travis's AEW call these 4 guys pillars because they are homegrown talent.
Yeah.
I thought pillars were superstars the company was built on, like Cody, Jericho, or Omega.
That's what I would consider a pillar.
That's what normal pillars would be considered. But
People
now they're
that can
trying
hold
to
the roof up.
pretend that this all of a sudden is a big thing. It should have happened years ago when they first started, and when they did talk about their talent and how they were trying to make their talent better, and they were basing their whole AEW programming off of these up-and-coming superstars. It was said multiple times. Cody said it, Jericho said it, all these guys said it, and it never fucking happened. Never happened. Instead, he brought in WWE guys and made them superstars and did stuff with them.
Nothing wrong with doing that, but you got to make them. You got to put them at the top
That's
when you
what
bring them in. But they didn't do that.
They didn't do that either. But they didn't do it with their. Now all of a sudden their pillars mean something. Lies.
But
whatever happens is a big fat lie.
Omega, Moxley, Jericho, Britt Baker. Just kidding.
Get him. Oh, you almost had him.
Almost.
Rise ID, what can I say? You bring out the worst of me. Okay. I think that's your own
See, no accountability. No accountability. It's nowhere.
Take responsibility for your own shit, Robbie.
Just kidding.
Sophie's like, at least wrestling isn't affected in no way by this stupid writer strike. Not yet. Pico says the JBJP show. Chris says Jungle Boy kind of sounds like a rapper.
Can you imagine if the writers on WWE walked out? Vince would be like, all right, I got it. I got it.
Well,
all right, what we're going to do.
You don't have to worry about the writer in AEW walking out. He fucking runs everything, except for actually owning it.
Vince would be like, all right, we got a Moss and Austin Theory in the main event. And we're going to put a Moss over. And then we're going to give him the new championship.
Pico says Darby cannonballs always pop me. So it says Corey Graves' kids seem to be okay with their dad's wife. I thought they wouldn't take that well. And Corey and Carmella have been together long enough. I'm pretty sure they're all a part of each other's lives. So serious question. Did Dewdrop die? I see some posts she did, but didn't click on the video.
No idea. I didn't hear anything about it.
What the fuck?
Piper Niven?
Are you trying to say that Piper Niven is dead? That's weird. Sophie says she kind of took responsibility. Kind of? That's not taking responsibility, Sophie. Kind of doesn't count. Close only counts in grenades and horseshoes. That's it. You cannot kind of take responsibility in life. So is MJF pretending he's down? Oh, there. He fell all the way down.
Right.
I feel like he's pretending.
Look at this. Coffin drop. Coffin drop.
Oh, God. Get out of the way.
That's it.
Jack Perry's like, oh.
They did it. They did it.
So he's looking at him like, there it is.
No, she's not dead. She's still alive, but she does have heart issues. That's why the long break.
Well, of course she has heart issues.
Nice about her weight.
Keith Lee had heart issues too. Couldn't imagine why. His wife feeds him to death.
All she feeds on herself is her boobs. Those things are ginormous. I didn't realize how big they were.
Meacham?
Yeah.
Oh.
They had them all out on the draft night.
Oh, did they? I wasn't paying attention to any of that garbage. Are you sure they were really, or are they just being pushed up?
Oh, no. They were massive.
Robbie is like, how do you know she blamed others? You don't know that for sure.
She's assuming.
Robbie, I'm going to tell you this. People's nature is they do not take responsibility. They don't. People don't. People do not take responsibility
Fatal
for
4-way.
things.
Live. Pay-per-view.
So, assuming that, basically, is probably correct. Because she's the type of person that wouldn't. Robbie's like, hello. Sophie says, you remember Raw Underground? Chris is like, yes, I know.
He's yelling at little kids.
Was he? MJF was.
That's funny.
You bastards!
I thought he was yelling at the dude because the dude's trying to fight him. Watch. See? See, and there's a dude right there, but look. It's the little kids.
That's funny. So Trini said that people in charge of the W at the time made her miserable.
Made her. Nobody can make you anything except for yourself, right? Like, that's the accountability. You have to take responsibility for your own emotions. You can't say, she makes me angry. No, she does things, and your response is anger. Or whatever it is. You have to take responsibility for how you react to somebody else's thing.
So Cody isn't a pillar anymore since he is with WWE. Cody was never a pillar, so he done. But Chris says, let's talk like a normal human NPC AI robot then. Pickle says he wrote a paper once about young males and their frontal lobe developing slowly. So when you're a teen and coming into your 20s, you still believe in fighting, being a daredevil, making stupid decisions. Oh yeah, I believe if they push Hamas versus Roman over the summer, I will not be tuning into that bullshit. Hey, that's my motto. All right, so Pickle, you wrote a paper about frontal lobe development, right? If you ever took just Psych 101, Psych 101, actual brains do not develop fully until you're 25.
Right, 24, but yeah.
24, 25-ish. So in all reality, your brain isn't fully, completely developed until then, male or female. So it says it took Naomi and Sasha Banks a full year to finally open up why they left the WWE. Don't care. Robbie says, yeah, I'm asking, is she dead? I was asking if you know if she is. Okay, I didn't know if she was dead or alive. According to Travis, she's not dead. She's having some heart issues, and that's why she's been absent a few times and hasn't really been on. Probably why she didn't really if she did get drafted, it was after the fact, but I'm guessing she probably didn't get, did she get drafted?
I sent you the draft results for both women.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she was on there then. I think she was on there.
Old pipe.
Yeah, I thought she was. Maybe she wasn't. Hi, did you decide to come say hello for no reason? Do you need pets all of a sudden because you woke up?
Yeah. All right, so no.
Not on SmackDown.
Definitely not on SmackDown.
She's on Raw. Okay. She's on the bottom row. Raw. Second over from the left.
Yeah. I was looking at it because they had all the Asians on SmackDown.
Oh.
Except for the Chinese one.
Right.
But there's some racism going on.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because I was like, hey, they put all the Chinese women on, or the Japanese women on one side.
Pickle says, only you can prevent forest fires. That is your motto. Pickle's like, yuck, I have to see those Young Bucks fuckers. Changing the channel. And Kira's like, see you guys on Friday. Bye, Vince.
Woo!
See you Friday. Robbie says, who watches this shit AEW backstage? Fuck, if I know, dude.
I already turned it off.
Our TV's off, so. Chris says, I thought DMD was a pillar. She can't be a pillar. They don't have women as the pillars.
They tried to do that for like a few months. So I understand what you're coming from, but no, she's not.
Yeah. Yep, some stars got dropped for free agency. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for watching AEW Dynamite with us tonight. We'll be back again on Friday for SmackDown. Of course, it's the go-home show for Backlash that's happening on Saturday's pay-per-view. It will start at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And also, the SmackDown on Friday is going to be in Puerto Rico as well.
Yes.
Hi, Pablo. Nice to see you in our chat. We're leaving now, though. We'll see you on Friday. Please join us.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.